We'll do the public hearing and there's no public.
And quickly, we're gonna wait for the regular meeting. Can't start the regular meeting. So there could be people on Zoom.
What did they?
Yeah.
No, I
Oh,
thought
they-
I thought you turned it off.
Oh, that's okay.
But I guess I didn't change it. I just turned some of it off.
It's just the doorbell. I think that.
Oh, it's on the same day.
I think so. Well, it's 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Welcome, everybody. We have our public hearing on October 20th, 6 p.m., which is right now. So we're officially opening the public hearing. I'll just read some agenda, but it's just a list of items. So number 1, planning and zoning proposed text amendments to zoning regulations. Section 2.01 specific definitions, and they are accessory apartment, also known as accessory dwelling unit, and the Sterling Industrial Park. And then in section 3.01.1 prohibited uses. This would be -B, uses prohibited within the Sterling Industrial Park. And then section 4.01, minimum lot area, formatting and clarification adjustments. 6.04, accessory apartment. And section 9.03, fees. And then number 2, we have planning and zoning proposed text amendments to subdivision regulations in section 2, general provisions, section 8, public open space, section 10.2, building lots. So with that, we'll open it up to comments, questions, concerns from anybody interested. We have nobody here, we have nobody on Zoom. Comments, questions, concerns?
None.
Should we wait a few minutes in case somebody walks in?
Chairman, what I can do is if you want, I can just kind of, at least for the recording, just give a quick rundown of what the changes were.
Oh, we can do that.
At least that way, they have them on tape and everything. So specifically in regards to zoning regulation changes, what the commission is looking at under section 2.01 is adding the accessory apartment definition, which currently there is no definition, and that this was hopefully to assist with some questions or concerns that the zoning enforcement officer had in regards to residents coming in who are seeking accessory dwelling unit permits. And the second definition was specifically for the Sterling Industrial Park. The commission was looking at trying to, I guess, distinguish land uses within the industrial park and whether or not there should be a separate zone for the industrial park. The avenue they chose to pursue was more defining what the industrial park was and then creating possibly the prohibited uses within that industrial park. The definition essentially is taken from the current covenants from 1983 in the special town meeting. So all the language that is there is kind of from when it was originally developed, as well as the town clerk map, which for the record, I have a copy of here, which I'll put into the record so that if anyone wants to see it, I have a copy of both the town clerk map 151 as well as the assessor's tax map 03842, which identifies I don't believe it's 16 lots because I think 2 of them have emerged, but the lots that are being identified as the industrial park lots. And then under section 301.1, specifically the industrial park prohibited uses, the concern was that residential uses could still be allowed within the industrial park as well as campgrounds, which is just more in line with what the zoning regulations would allow. The commission understands that there are covenants that may be in place, but they're not technically zoning, so this way it kind of at least establishes within the zoning regulations that those uses are not allowed within those areas. And then under the dimensional requirements, Article 4, all the commission was really looking to do under 4.01 was kind of to clean up that section. None of the dimensional requirements really changed. It was just kind of taking out some of the verbiage and putting some of it kind of more into a table format under the subsection A, and also again trying to clarify the accessory dwelling units by adding the language unless approved as an accessory dwelling unit under section 6.04, and also removing some language under the non-residential in regards to the buildable area section. And then under fees, what the commission had noticed is that although the fee schedule had recently been updated by town meeting, the zoning regulations were not in alignment with the fee for zoning board of appeals. So they just updated the application for a ZBA application. And then under the subdivision regulations, the changes were under 2.7. It was just some verbiage changes adding the Sterling Plan of Conservation and Development and zoning regulations because the subdivision regulations hadn't been really updated comprehensively, I guess, since zoning had been adopted. And then under the section 8 public open space, there were some changes to how public open space may be dedicated, as well as the limitations on how many lots would require, how many lots within a subdivision would require open space from what is currently, so that now it is a subdivision of 2 lots or more, as opposed to every subdivision. And then 8.21 just specifically spells out the different methods of how open space can be preserved within the town of Sterling, whereas previously there was no clear definition of how that would happen. And then 8.4 under the open space waiver was just modified so that it authorizes the town to accept the fee in lieu of. And then 10.2.4 was again a section that just had old language that was in line with the old land use ordinance that needed to be removed. And the last thing I will say, for the board is that we've opened this public hearing. And today, what I realized was that I did not do the regional referral for the public hearing, which is usually required 30 days prior. So what I would recommend to the board is that you keep the public hearing open until your next meeting. You already have a public hearing scheduled for November. So if you just continue it,
Right, so what we're gonna do is make a motion not to close the public hearing, but we'll make a motion to continue the public hearing until November 17th, I believe is the next meeting. So continue the public hearing until November 17th. That will give Jim time to file his notice and will be in full legal compliance.
I mean, in all honesty, the regional referral, chances are that it's just a procedural thing. None of these have any regional impact, so they will not, chances are they will not have any kind of a, response from the region. But just to be on the conservative side, so that no one can say that you didn't do your, regional referral, even though I work the region, so I know that you were doing the text amendments. It just covers you that way. And I don't think there's a, necessarily a rush for any of these particular amendments to be put in place for an applicant or anything like that.
No one submitted an application to build a house in the industrial park, so there's no immediate rush. So what we'll do is continue this to the next public hearing on November 17th, and then, we'll close it at that time.
Will that be the full 30 days?
We will have to post it again, correct?
No, you do not have to post it again, because you're continuing it. That way, if you open it now, that way you won't have to,
Okay, just want to make sure
you don't need, if I do it digitally, you don't need the 30 days. If I send myself an email,
Oh, you have to send. I was gonna send you an email reminder.
oh no,
I understand. While it's open, there wouldn't be any other changes to this, correct? It's just not closing the meeting.
right, you're just leaving it open so that if for some reason somebody, so at the next meeting, someone could theoretically, if they had questions,
Could comment on it.
they could come and talk on it.
Would they be coming to talk at the next special meeting, the public hearing, or would it be at our next regular meeting?
Well, that's up to the commission, whether they continue this to the next scheduled public hearing on November.
17th?
So if you did it at your 6 o'clock, when you have your other public hearing, you could just list it along with the, because you already have a public hearing scheduled for the gravel.
Charles Corson, yeah.
Right, so you could either put it before it or put it after it. Have it as a continued public,
Yeah, I think
Hearing.
what we'll do is put it before it. Then we can just finish this.
Yep.
Move on to Mr. Corson's public hearing, and then we'll wrap that and go to regular meeting.
Mr. Chairman, can I make a comment? It's nothing to do with the content of this hearing, just that, well, indirectly it does. I just think it's very important that any information that is relative to the industrial park should be made available as soon as possible, within reason, to the Economic Development Commission. The Economic Development Commission is having a kind of rebirth, and they are very interested in possibly expanding the industrial park. It's going to take a lot of money that they don't have at the moment, but they're thinking about getting a grant. And I just think that whatever information with this could come up, I don't care what it is, I just want to make sure that that gets passed on to them for their benefit, because it's just they're all, with maybe one or two exceptions, they're all very new to the committee, and they really don't know a great deal about the park, whereas any information at all that affects that industrial park would be a great benefit for them to know, that's all.
Okay, yeah, I'll reach out to the chairperson and, open some dialogue.
Okay, and I just think the collaboration would be a big, big help.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I made a note to, reach out and contact them, yeah.
Okay.
Keep it open until 6:25 or.
Good, or you can, it's up to you, or you can make an official motion to continue it and then just,
If anyone was going to be late, it would have been here by now, so. Would anyone like to make a motion? Continue the public hearing until November 17th.
I will, make a motion to continue the, public hearing open till the next public hearing
On November 17th.
on November 7th.
That's it.
Yeah.
Do we have a second? A second. All those in favor? Aye.
So, adjourn. It's a separate Zoom link. Or is there something else you need to cover?
It is a meeting, so I guess we need to adjourn.
Yeah.
Okay. Would anyone like to make a motion to adjourn? A motion we adjourn. Second?
Sorry.
All those in favor? Aye.
Thank you.